In this morning's U.S. Bank Customer Spotlight, chambers of commerce, both locally and nationally, are working hard to retain members and stay relevant in an ever-evolving business climate. One of the important roles they play is staying on top of legislative changes that impact the economy and a business bottom line. Joining us this morning to talk about how the Northern Kentucky Chamber does just that is Kristen Baldwin, Vice President of Public Affairs and Communications. She's with Business Courier publisher Jamie Smith in the studio. Kristen, Jamie.
Thanks, Allie. Kristen, thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk about things that are going on in Northern Kentucky.
Absolutely. I always like to remind our viewers that Northern Kentucky is this region. We're still in the same region, so glad you could join us. Let's start off by talking, as she said, we have a strong economy. It's going well. Talk a little bit about how legislative changes have helped impact that.
Yeah, in Northern Kentucky, we're very excited to talk about what our unemployment rate is in Northern Kentucky, talking about our very high labor participation rate, and then our household median income. All of those things are trending in the right direction. We're seeing that at the Northern Kentucky Chamber. We're seeing record number of ribbon cuttings. The Chamber of Commerce, it's always good to see when businesses are opening. It's always a good gauge. When those scissors come out and that ribbon gets cut, it's always a good gauge to see that businesses are expanding or opening new businesses, and new people are getting hired across our region. It's very exciting.
Okay, now I know there are some Kentucky legislative changes that happened that will take effect in July.
Absolutely.
What's that going to mean?
We're excited to see a lot of these changes take effect. There was a big changes in tax modernization this year in the Kentucky General Assembly. You know, we've debated and talked about what we're going to do for tax modernization. We've had plenty of Blue Ribbon task forces that have gone on for decades. Governors and legislatures have been studying this for years. This General Assembly, led by the Republican leadership, has really taken action. And taking action with that one means making Kentucky a more business-friendly place to do business. We jumped from 33rd and most competitive to 18th in 1 year. Wow. So major changes were taking place just in one legislative session. So we're very excited to jump those 15 spots is a big deal. We've seen that with the announcement of Amazon. Amazon Prime made a major announcement last year, $1.5 billion being made at CVG, our region's largest airport. A lot of those changes are going to be coming into effect in the next coming years. So very exciting times in Northern Kentucky.
Oh, that's awesome. So a lot of good news. Now, of course, with anytime we're talking about the economy and changes in tax laws, and of course here of late we've been hearing a lot about tariffs.
Yep.
What does the Chamber see there?
Yeah, our members have been reaching out to us. A lot of your viewers are seeing that in the news. A lot of discussion about tariffs. A lot of our members are concerned. There's those raw inputs are steel and aluminum, and those raw inputs are going back. That's one of the areas of tariffs that's looking to be increased. Major concern for our members, those inputs going up, so that way that end product, those prices are going to go up. What does that mean to our local economy, our consumers, and then our business throughout? The Chamber, we're concerned about that. We were in D.C. recently talking to our federal delegation about the concern that our members have about that one. Using the line the Kentucky bourbon industry recently said, you know, we encourage this administration to sit down with a glass of good Kentucky bourbon, talk through their issues, other ways to go about resolving some trade disputes, that way that we can get back to the business of creating good American jobs, good American products for the world to enjoy.
Oh, that's awesome. And you got an experience in the bourbon industry, right? That's your history was through there?
I had the pleasure of working for Kentucky Signature Bourbon Industry for over 8 years.
That's awesome. I have an experience too, but it's a different kind of experience. Let's talk a little bit. There's one more question I had is, now there's going to be a change about reformulated gas. That's going to help consumers and businesses?
Absolutely. We know the price of gas is a good economic indicator. Anytime that people have more money in their pockets, that they're not spending at the gas station, they can spend more at our local restaurants, local businesses. It's a good thing. A former board chair of ours, Steve Harper, owner of Harper Oil Products, researched when he was board chair, you know, why are Northern Kentuckians in Boone, Kent, and Campbell County, why are we spending more money at the gas pump than our competitors, along with the rest of the region? And he came to find out a couple of decades ago, we made an agreement to do a thing called reformulated gas. Reformulated gas is a different type of gasoline to help improve the environment. However, over the last 2 decades, our vehicles have become more fuel efficient, our economies have gotten better, and so we don't need that type of gas anymore. And so with the help of the Bevin administration and EPA Administrator Scott Pruitt, they've removed the requirement for original gasoline again in Boone, Kent, and Campbell counties.
Prices will come down.
Hopefully prices will be coming down starting July 1st.
Well, good for consumers, good for businesses.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good cycle for our economy.
Kristen, let's make this a regular thing. Let's get you back over here more often so we can keep them informed.
Would love to do that. Thank you for the opportunity.
Great.